Warning, some scenes have a strong strobing effect that may affect photosensitive viewers. Every time I see one of these messages, I ask myself, is today the day? Is today the day I just fall over, like in that Simpsons episode when they went to Japan?
All right.
And they were watching cartoons and their eyes just bugged out. That was funny, but it traumatized me. I'm like, what if that happens to me? And I just fall on the floor in a convulsion. But anyway... Welcome, folks. I'm Jabby Kaway, joined by STEPH SABRAW.
I would be the worst person to be here for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
We'd have to call it Chara.
And then we're looking at Cyberpunk Edgerunners, official NSFW, not safe for women trailer, Netflix. So, you guys, thanks so much for joining us. Hit that subscribe button and bell icon. I didn't make that joke up. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Is this based on the game? This feels like CD Projekt Red just told Studio Trigger to go more unhinged than they ever... Okay, so we're in for some shit.
Okay.
Edgelording, here we come.
うち父親も金もなくてさ。
それが分かってなんですぐに辞めなかったの？
それが母さんの望みっていうか夢ってやつ。
それって他人の夢じゃん。いいもの見せてあげる。
Oh boy.
2、1、行くよ。
Oh. Jacked in like the Matrix. Oh, it is CD Projekt Red, okay.
What?
Ew.
いつか正気を失うか、その前に死ぬかさ。
デイビッド！この世界で名を残す方法はどう生きるかじゃない。どう死ぬかよ。
Whoa. Psycho. You know, Last of Us Part 1 apparently has a mode where you can turn off nipples and blood. I'm excited to, watch the version of the show where you can do that.
Oh my...
Just deactivate.
Yeah.
Just joking.
As far as trailers go, that was sick. I loved that. I don't know if I would watch it because of I don't mind gore and violence. Like I liked Invincible. I thought that was like an animated series, and there's like a ton out there that do a really good balance. I'm not like as obsessed with cyberpunk type shows. I watched a few like Arcane.
Arcane was dope.
Dope. Sick.
That's one of my all-time favorite shows.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. So if it's anything like Arcane, I would watch it.
It's not like Arcane.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
It looks like I have no idea what happened in the trailer, but I thought like visually, like the sound mixing, how like they animated it was sick. But
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I mean, we don't know what the substance is,
Yeah.
if there is any, because it was just complete style, no substance whatsoever. But I mean, if you are familiar with the game, which I played all of 15 minutes of, because it was a gift, and I got really excited. I installed it on my PC, and then I just... this is a classic story of Jabby Kaway, where it's like I buy something I'm really excited about, I get into it for about an hour or less, and I just don't get back to it because life and work and everything. I think I spent so much time just constructing the character and playing around with the genitalia that I just... Okay, you don't know what that means. That sounds wrong to the uninitiated. So in the game, you can choose your gender, and the person's completely naked.
Wow.
And you can choose the size of the gender or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, boobs, all that stuff.
It's like Sims on crack.
It's stupid because I don't think you even ever look at your character. So it's really dumb and vain, and anyway, I don't know if it affects the way people interact with you, depending on your package or your boob size. But anyway, Point being is that I didn't play much of the game. I think that this is, for those who have played the game, this is probably a cool, nugget. This is fun. I'm intrigued by it. I would at least, if I wasn't doing a reaction to the show, because once I commit to doing a reaction, it changes like my relationship with the show, right? I have to do it, irrespective of whether or not I want to at that point. But if I'm just watching it for leisure, I would give it at least an episode to see how I feel. Because it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I feel like you're trying to bait me in with violence and sex. Do you actually have something interesting to say, though? Because if you don't, you're wasting my time. That would be my angle. But it seems like there's some interesting filmmaking going on. Like, CD Projekt Red was just like, yo, go bananas.
Yeah, it was, I definitely get why they had that warning in the beginning. Because if you weren't ready for it, it was like a game. Like, I feel like you would put that on at like an arcade in the background, like these types of visuals. So I agree. I would want to know what the substance is, because gore and violence is cool, but I want it to have impact, which was kind of my issue with House of the Dragon first episode, and why I like the second one so much better, because I just felt like it played with the balance better. If that makes sense. So if this has impact to the visuals, then that would be a show I'm so here for.
I think that these days, sometimes you have to hit with the first episode something strong just to get people's attention. And then after that, then you can get into the story and the nitty gritty. I find that with The Boys. The Boys starts out with something super edgelordy, super like violent or grotesque. And then you get into the story. And then every once in a while, something comes, like crazy violence comes back in just to wake you up again. And then you get back into the story again. I'm engaged in the story either way. The world of Cyberpunk was really, really intriguing to me. I'm wondering if Keanu Reeves is going to make an appearance here. Probably not. It's all in Japanese, although he wouldn't be opposed to trying out his own Japanese. It might not be great, but he'll do it. He'll do anything. He was one of the stars of Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh,
the
sick.
game. Yeah. And so I don't know how related this is to that. I don't know if there's going to be a connection whatsoever. Again, I haven't played the game much. I just know that it's set in 2077, baby. One of my favorite movies is born out of style, which is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Just stylistically, it's amazing. If you've never seen it, it's beautiful. The story it's all right. It's like, meh. And the acting's very, very anime and over the top. I mean, anyway. Point being is, I'll go back and watch that again and again and again just because of the substance is so dope. I might have that experience here. They're front-ending you with a lot of that heavy gore, but it might be that when you get there, that's just once per episode.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You never know until you watch it.
Did you ever watch Paprika?
No.
Okay, so it kind of gave me similar visuals. I haven't seen Paprika in a long time, but it was like those fast, like thousands of colors in your face moving. And I love that movie, but it had a lot of substance. So I feel like if it's Cyberpunk, they probably will have a strong story. That usually goes hand in hand with the genre, but who knows?
I'll bring a bib, in case I start foaming from the mouth, just twitching out.
It'll be his last.
Just like
his last Cyberpunk show.
Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Have any of you guys ever just passed out from strobe effects? I would love to know in the comments below. I haven't yet, but it could be the day, September 13th. That might be when it happens. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Do subscribe, hit that bell icon, all notifications. Pretty please vote this sucker up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. If you played the game, would love to know what you think, how this relates. And follow STEPH on the social media. Thanks again. I'm Jabby Koi. This is
STEPH.
Peace out.